Hi everybody. I'd like to share with you today some things that I call life chargers. They're things that lift your spirits in life, make you feel better, and recharge your battery. The first one, these are my top favorites. I'm sure you have different ones, and I'd love it if at the comment section at the end of the video you'd share what is your favorite charger. The number one life charger in my life is God Himself. All the good things that have happened to me have come from Him, and all the difficulties and stresses that have hit me in life, He's there to comfort me. He is the source of my joy, and so I have to list Him here as my number one life charger. My number two life charger in life is the relationship that I have with my family and my friends. When I was 18 years old, I married the love of my life, and we've been married for 42 years, and it's been a wonderful trip. It's been a great love affair, and my husband David, is the source of so much, I'm going to use comfort and joy like it sounds like a Christmas song in this video, but that's what he is to me. And he's strength, he's comfort, joy, strength, and he definitely refuels my life and recharges me. He speaks good, positive words over me constantly and fans my dreams to keep them alive. We have a very large family, like I've mentioned before. We are getting ready to have, our daughter is getting ready to have our 11th grandchild, and so I recharge just by being with my children and my grandchildren, and they are everything that's good in life. I'd like to add to the life chargers of family would be my friendships. The friendships that are around me every day and the friendships that I've cultivated through YouTube. You know, I would just say, I've said this in a previous video, to surround yourself with people who make you laugh, who, some of them will make you laugh right out loud, but who make you feel warm and safe in a world that many times doesn't feel warm and safe. So cultivate those friendships, and they can be found here on YouTube, because I've found them sweet, precious people who invited me for coffee, who I have phone conversations with, and I write frequently and exchange gifts with, and they're as close to me as my family. And you can cultivate those relationships too, and I would encourage you to do that because it's a great life charger. The third life charger that I would mention, and I'm only going to mention it briefly here. In future videos, I may take some of these things individually and expound on them a little bit more, but in order to keep the video as short as possible, I'm just going to say that the third one would be dreams. And I referred to this in the last video concerning Donna. You know, she used the phrase, drive your dream like it's a Ferrari. And I've been thinking about that so much this past week that analogy is a very good one, because I believe that God puts dreams in our heart, things that we want to accomplish while we're here on earth. And those dreams carry us through our whole life. And many times those dreams propel us to the next step in life, and sometimes lift us and push us out of very difficult situations and trying times. Don't let your dreams die. Keep them alive. Think about them and make plans for them. And if you can't think of dreams, if you feel like you're just living your life, sit and just spend some time alone and examine your own heart about what your desires in life are. Because your dreams will take you out of a place. Sometimes things can get so difficult that you wonder how you're going to get to the next place in life, but that dream that's deep inside your heart will push you a few steps forward, and the next day a few steps past that, and pretty soon you find you're in a whole new place. So I have to say that the dreams that God's placed in your heart are great life chargers. Another life charger for me would be our pets, our family pets. We have a golden retriever named Chloe, and she has brought so much joy and happiness to our family. And she knows secrets that nobody else knows. And she's laughed with us and cried with us and just been a wonderful companion to the whole family. I don't know that we would have the pets that we've had if it wasn't for our 20-year-old son Noah, who rightly lives up to his name. He loves animals and loves to rescue animals. Right before Christmas, he rescued a little part Chihuahua, part Terrier. Her name is Presley. Presley's a little cutie. He's also rescued 3 cats. Well, I don't know if he's rescued all of those, but our family has rescued 3 kitties. I'll talk more about our pets in another video. I'll tell you a little story about Noah, though. When he was about 5 years old, we were visiting. Our friends have a farm outside of the city that we live in, and we were visiting this farm, and the farmhouse is enclosed with a fence. I don't know how many acres it sits on, but beyond the fence there are cows, and the cows are all over the hillside. And Noah was about 5, and he walked to the edge of the fence, which was quite a ways from the porch of this house. And my husband and I were sitting on the porch watching him, and we were kind of laughing about the fact that when Noah got to the end of the fence, he decided to call those cows, that every single one of them would probably come to him. And Noah went to the edge of the fence, looked over the fence, and he was talking to the cows. And one by one, every cow that we could see on the hills around that farmhouse came to him. And I have a photo, and if I could put my hands on it right now, I would include it in this video, but I'm not sure where it is. But it's the cutest picture of this little 5-year-old boy standing in front of a fence with cows on the other side, too many to count, all standing there looking at him like he was a preacher and they were the people in the church listening to everything he had to say. So animals, I know for Noah, are a great life charger, and they are for our whole family. I have 2 more categories of life chargers that I want to share with you. The next one is your surroundings, things that you have in your surroundings that comfort you, that lift your spirit. My surrounding that make me feel lighter, put a smile on my face, and make me feel happy are music. Some music that makes me want to dance, that makes me feel joyful, especially in stressful times, things that just lift the spirit. Another thing that I've found when I'm going through, well, it's any time, but especially if I'm going through a stressful time, I just discovered this a couple of years ago, that fragrance really made me feel better. And I've always loved candles, burned candles, but I've become much more aware of the fragrance that the candle puts out. And I love anything cinnamon, spicy fragrance all year round, not just at Christmas. And there is a woman on YouTube named Victoria, and she sells candles. Her YouTube screen name is CB Victoria. She sells wonderful candles. Her husband, you probably have heard of him, is Candleman. And I will just include here a photo of a few of the candles that I've ordered from her that have really just been wonderful. I love them. Another thing I'd like to share is fragrance and colognes. My favorite fragrance is made by Estee Lauder. It's called Cinnabar. Came out years ago. You have to ask for it. Sometimes it's on the bottom of the counter. It's been around for so many years. But Cinnabar and Spellbound, both are fragrances I love. But I don't try a lot of different ones. Cinnabar is my signature fragrance. If anybody that is around me or knows me smells that, they'll say that's Karen or that's Mom, because all my clothes smell of it. I went to visit my daughter several years ago who lives out of town, and I forgot some clothes in her closet that she had to ship to me later. But when I got home, she called me to tell me I'd left them there, and she said, Mom, I opened up the closet door and it just smelled like you. And that's the wonderful thing about a signature fragrance, is people identify you with that fragrance. But I love it. It's a real cinnamon smell. Spellbound, also made by Estee Lauder, is a little bit more of a clove scent. But anyway, I found that if I just walk through, if I'm feeling, maybe things are, I keep saying stressful, because that's where my life's been the last couple of years, but it doesn't even have to be stressful, just to lift you a little bit, make you feel better, just like putting some makeup on, slapping a little lipstick on your face, just makes you, putting color, just makes you feel better. If I walk through the bathroom and just spray some cologne, I found that just the fragrance of that, it's the same thing as burning candles, just makes me feel happy. Flowers are another thing. Flowers make me smile, having them in vases around the house. And there have been times where I didn't have the money to go out and buy flowers and put them all around. So I would go outside, and we have a magnolia tree. I'd cut magnolia blossoms or just some leaves off the tree, or wildflowers. Where we live, there are a lot of wildflowers that grow that are very beautiful. So there are inexpensive alternatives. You don't have to go out and buy expensive flowers, but find out the things that for you bring you joy and comfort. Christmas song again, comfort and joy. Okay, the last group of life chargers that I want to mention. Now, I realize these are all personal for me. Like I said, I'm very interested to know what interests you and what are your life chargers. So if you want to, leave it in a comment below, or if somebody makes a video and they want to make a video about what your life chargers are. But one for me would be books and reading. I love books. I love to just spend time. It's real comforting to me. It's downtime. It's not only is it a learning, but it's just a learning time, but it's just relaxing time too. Of course, there's makeup. I mentioned that before. I think everybody watching this video would probably love to spend time watching videos on makeup or putting makeup on. It's a great life charger. I think another life charger for me that is probably, I enjoy it probably more than makeup, is jewelry. My mom has a vast jewelry collection. She, for many years, sold jewelry. My sister, Tricia Anderson, is a jewelry designer. And not all the pieces that I wear in my videos did Tricia create, but many of them. The piece I'm wearing today, she created. I'll have to lay this out in a video. I will do that. I'll do a separate video on Tricia's jewelry, but this is one that she specially made for me that has charms all over it. It's several strands, and it has charms all over it, each one representing one of my children, or my husband, or our parents, grandparents. It's just a really precious piece to me. But she travels around and does fine art shows. Not all of the time, but a portion of her year she does that. Her work is in galleries throughout the Southwest. And so I will do a video just of her jewelry and list her website below. She's in Scottsdale right now doing a fine art show there. So anyway, I will also put a link to, she was interviewed last summer in Vail, Colorado. She was there for a fine art show, and a program there called Good Morning Vail interviewed her. And that television station posted the video to YouTube, and so I will put a link to that below so you can go see my baby sister, who I love very much. The last thing I'll mention is cooking. I love to cook. I've made mention of that in a previous video, but it's very comforting to me to, especially cakes. I did that for a while for people, as a small income basis, not a real big business or anything, but I love to bake pastries and see people's faces. People love dessert, you know. Puts a smile on people's faces, but anyway, that's a great source of joy for me. Okay, I encourage you today to find out, discover those things that bring you joy, that put a smile on your face, that refresh, recharge, refuel your life. And don't forget, don't let anybody steal your joy.